before I'm putting the ridges on, I will dress the lead. Here's the piece I got. So I've cut it at 22.5 wide, and that way it's not gonna be wider than the ridge. So you technically you don't want to really see, but it's good to know it's there because it will stop leaks if there are any in future, if there is, you know, any sort of problem. So that's why I want to put lead. I know a lot of people don't, but I like to put lead in. So yeah, we'll put lead and then we'll start offering on ridges, and then we'll see what we need to cut. We'll cut and then we start fitting. That is done. You want to be slightly back from the front because when you cement it in, you don't really want to be seeing it. And that will stop anything when cement fails going through. So I just use polymer adhesive because it stays flexible, so it will allow for movement. So next step, offering the ridges. So once you get to the one before last, I suggest you to miter your last one, and the way you do it, I'll show you. I'll just put a camera there. So you get a bit of wood, place it on the roof, and this way you got your line, basically roof line, and score it with nail, screw, something like that. But beforehand, what you need to do is center it in the position where you want it. Do the other side same. So you can see lines. Take grinder, cut this off, just position in the center. So next step, you mark it, which I did. You put one over another, mark where you're gonna cut. So I'll make these two last are slightly shorter. I didn't want to have a very small piece. I think that doesn't look particularly well, so that's why I chose to cut both a little bit, so that way it won't be as obvious. But you know, you don't want to have too small of the piece, because the smaller the piece, the less likely it could move and lose the wind and whatnot. So yeah, you want to have reasonably sized piece, especially where you need to put cement. Hence why I've chosen to shorten this. So these kind of are two, give or take, similar size, and it's not as obvious as when you look from the road. So I'll just cut these, and we're gonna finish off checking with all the spaces, everything else that it fits, and then we start attaching them. So you cut one, offer it in, like so, and cut your other one 20mm shorter. Right, now we know facing wise. You can see this tile is slightly different, but because we're gonna have clips, that should be alright. It's slightly different cast for some reason. It's missing this, it's missing that bit here, as you can see, half of it. So, but yeah, well, it is what it is. Because we got these clips here that will hold it up, so that's gonna be fine. And yeah, so next step for us is to start fitting it in. Well, I'll start from this end, and then we just move on along. So what we'll be doing, just to show you, we'll be putting these clips in here, and you can see how they work. Sometimes don't want to come out that easy, but it's a good thing. It's easier to get out. So like that, and what you need to do, you need to push it in like so, and this is meant to clip to the tile underneath, underside of the tile, inside, and this outside. So that's how it holds it up. And well, I'll show you when we start fitting it. You'll see what we're doing there. So your cement doesn't want to be too runny. It must be quite stiff mix, so it doesn't run out. So it sits there rather than moves around. So, and yeah, just start bedding it on. What I do is, what I done, put cement on, put your spacer, put clips in because it's easier to tighten them. Make sure your ridge runs straight, which you can see by your obviously line here and your guideline. Use a screw. I use longer screws, slightly longer, because the 100mm aren't long enough. Tighten up slightly, but don't be too mad. And basically repeat the process. So I'll show you what I do here with this. This in, like so, like that, and then I'll show you. Put the clips up. So I push clips in, like so. Support it on the back, so it's snug. And then when you make them snug, and when you get your next ridge in, go like this. Just help guide them over. That's it. Put the screw and go on to the next one. That's the ridge is done. So cement last bit on, last and first, and yeah, I hope you found it useful, and I will catch up you in the next video. Hi everyone, it's Artis from Carpentry and Construction Limited. So we have finished this roof pitch project. Everything's done, all the straps, all the tiling is done, roof tiling, etc. So I just wanted to show you how it looks. So yeah, with the straps, don't forget at 1.5 meters, 1.6. I put it at every 4 joist. If it's a 400 center or so. So depending what your joists are, but usually it's a 400 center. So just wanted to show you. So we've done all the down pipes. Everything's done. We've done lead here as well. So the only thing has been left to do is coping stones, which bricklayer gonna do. Just show you the back. Still a joint there, but I mean, my work is done. Gutters, fascia, soffits all fitted. There, unfortunately, it made a slight mess because when we did, the weather was okay, but we ended up having a shower, so I kept it, I covered it, I kept it as clean as possible. So yeah, that will weather in though. Just wanted to share this with you. So you can see all the ridges, everything's done. And from this side, fascia soffit board is finished as well, all the siliconing, everything is done. So I hope you enjoyed this type of video, and I will catch up you in our next videos.